this whole adventure of the Olympics, bidding for the games for 3 years and then winning it on our first bid, because several cities don't win it on their first bid, and then 7 years of being an organizing committee is a 10-year stretch. And I go back to this walk around the campus in August of 1978 when this idea was beginning to be hatched. You have no idea that this is now going to consume you for 10 years. I mean, this is the script for the next 10 years of your life. And for all of us concerned, that was a full-time script, along with me being a dean for a full 10-year term, along with me helping to build the Sport Medicine Center, the University of Calgary Kinesiology Complex, the Olympic Oval, as well as being president of the Canadian Olympic Committee, which was hugely time-consuming. This is where my wife gets the gold medal for taking care of 3 little boys. And the joy was, we had a rule. I was always home at 6 o'clock for dinner and putting the kids to bed, so that was always a rule. But then I started my evening work until I had it done. So I had 2 full-time secretaries at that time who couldn't keep up with all the work that we were doing. And all of us were just literally working maybe 80, 90-hour weeks, which was an absolute joy, because we could have worked full-time for the organizing committee, and that could have been our job. And we decided to be the executive board of the organizing committee and manage it from that standpoint, carry on with our full-time work and our family activities. But our families did enjoy lots of parts of it. I don't want you to get the impression that they didn't. I mean, they went to Olympic Games. They went and saw all kinds of stuff. I mean, they had great experiences. And because I have such an exceptional wife and great kids, everything worked out extremely well. You know, it's quite funny. This is one thing that I learned about in rowing, and I've mentioned it before. You can get up at 4:30 in the morning when the alarm clock goes. The trick is getting your feet on the floor before you think about it, right? And then you've made the commitment, and you go to bed at 9 o'clock at night after 12, 14, 15 hours of huge activity. And it was something I learned, you know, with just the education and just with rowing. Those 2 themes would keep me going from early in the morning till late at night. And when I was used to working like that for many years in my sports training, so when it came to my work life, it was not an unnatural thing. When I started building the University of Calgary Sport Medicine Center, after I'd been dean for 10 years, I decided I really wanted to build a medical research group in sport medicine. And so I helped raise the money and recruited everybody and physicians and others. And it was very obvious to me a number of the surgeons and others that became part of the program were also working 70, 80, 90 hours, only doing medicine. They were doing research. They had some graduate students, but they did surgery all day. They visited patients at 5:30, 6:30 in the morning. They did visits in the afternoon later after they'd finished their academic work. They got home at 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. It was no different. And this is the work ethic that you find in Saskatchewan and Alberta, and things that have made a great number of leaders from those communities that have learned to work when they're youngsters and have come from no real means at all, but have educated themselves and have built character and have built ambition to do important things for their community. Not important things for themselves, important contributions to their community. And that has been a huge mainstay of life in Alberta and the Prairie Provinces, I think. And it's something that I lucked into when I moved west, and I've been a part of, and very proud to be a part of that.